Hello students, welcome back to my video. So we are doing the properties of this addition, subtraction and multiplication. So today we will do the properties of division. So again the same properties will be there. So we'll see one by one. Closure property again. So closure property, if a and b are the two whole numbers, so when you divide a divided by b, so the answer should also come whole number. Let's see. So 7 divided by 5. So when you divide 7 by 5, it is not coming whole number, because when you divide it, it will come in point, okay, decimal point or fraction. So decimal point and fraction is not a whole number. So, and again 7 divided by 7 equal to 1. So when we divide like this, then we are getting 1. So it is a whole number. So in closure property of division, sometimes it will be valid and sometimes it will not valid. Okay, so this is the condition here. So hence closure property does not hold good for division of whole number. So finally we can say the conclusion that closure property is not valid for division, because not every number will give the whole number. Okay, next, commutative property of division. So commutative means when you change the order of the number, then what answer is coming same or not. So if a and b are the two whole numbers, a divided by b is not equal to b divided by a. Why not equal to? See here, 18 divided by 3, when you divide this, it is coming as 6. 6 is the whole number. But 3 divided by 18, when we change the order, 3 divided by 18, it is what coming? 3 by 18, that means 3 1 is 3, 3 6 is 18, 1 by 6 coming. So it is again a fraction, so it is not a whole number. So they are not equal. That's why commutative property also not good for division of whole numbers. It is not valid. Understood? Next is associative property of division. In associative property, what we do? We do the grouping of the two numbers. So a, b, c are the whole numbers. So a divided by b divided by c. So these two are the group and c is outside. And again here a is outside, b and c are group. So they are also not equal. See how? So 15 divided by 3, they are associated, they are grouped, divided by 5. So when you do this, so 15 divided by 3 is what? 5. Then divide by 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. Again when we change the order, that means 15 is outside now. 3 divided by 5 is in one group inside the bracket. So 15. So 3 divided by 5. So it is a fraction. So when we divide any whole number with a fraction, so what we do? We change the division sign to multiplication sign and we reciprocal it. So 3 by 5 will become 5 by 3. So again when we cut it, 3 5 ja 15. So 5 5 ja 25. So answer is not matching. Here 1, here 25. That's why it is not equal. Understanding or not? So associative property also do not hold good for division. It is not valid for division. Understanding my point? Now next, property of 0. So what is the property of 0 here? So if a is the whole number and if we divide 0 divided by a, what will the answer? It will be 0 only. So if we divide 0 with any whole number, then it will be 0 only. Answer will be 0. But when a divided by 0, when we divide any number by 0, then it is not defined. That is undefined. It cannot be divided. Understanding or not? That means 0 divided by 43 is 0. We got the answer 0. But again, if we do 43 divided by 0, then what? That means when we do like this, 43 divided by 0, then it is undefined. We cannot divide any number by 0. Okay, here also 6 divided by 0 is undefined, because we cannot divide 6 by 0. So this is the property of 0. Understood? So here in this box, very important box, you can see, remember, the product of a whole number and a 0 is 0. That means when we multiply any whole number with a 0, the answer is 0 only. We have seen in the properties of multiplication. Now 0 divided by any whole number results to 0. That means when you divide 0 by any whole number, it is 0. Now we have seen here only. And a divided by 0 is undefined. So here we have seen here. Any number divided by 1 is number itself. That means when you divide any whole number by 1, then the answer will be the number itself, a. Okay. So this important box. Next we'll go to distributive property. What is the meaning of distributive property here given? So it is explained by one example. Distributive means what? To distribute, to split, to break, okay, into two parts. or three parts. So Raj has 4 boxes of sweets. Okay, 4 boxes of sweets, and each box has what, 6 chocolates and 10 candies. Okay, each box has 6 chocolates and 10 candies. How many sweets are there in 4 boxes? Okay, you have to find the total number of sweets in all the 4 boxes. So how can you find the total number? So chocolates in one box is 6 because here written 6, and chocolates in 4 box will be how many? 4 into 6, you have to multiply it. You know this, I have explained it in many examples, many questions. So to find the total number of chocolates, you have to multiply 4 boxes into 6. So 24 chocolates in total, 24 chocolates in 4 boxes. Now candies in one box is, how many candies in one box? 10. So candies in 4 box will be what? 4 into 10, that means 40 candies. So how can you get a total number? When you add this 24 plus 40, it will come what? 64. So 64 will be the total number of candies in the boxes, 4 boxes. But here we'll not add simply, we'll add in different manner. How? See, total number of sweets in 4 boxes will be 4 into x, that means this one, this number will write, plus 4 into 10, this number will write, because ultimately we are doing the plus to find the total. So but we are writing in a different manner only. So this manner is called a distributive property. That means when you write two multiplication together and there is a plus sign in between, so in this way you have to write. Again, here what you see, 4 and 4 here common, 4 and 4 are common here, so we'll take out the common 4 here, and inside part 6 plus 10. Okay, so what is the common part you have to take out, and it will be in the multiplied form, and the inside part will be addition, because here addition is there. If subtraction is there, we have to give subtraction, no doubt. So whatever sign will be there, you have to give the sign. Then now calculate 4 into, you have to add the numbers, because inside the bracket you have to solve first. 6 plus 10 is 16, so 16 into 4 is 64. See, same answer coming. If we do the simply addition, then also 64 coming, and if we do like this also 64 answer coming. So this is the way of doing one calculation. This way is called distributive property. Okay, so here by the example it is explained, and here it is conclusion is written. How it is coming? See, multiplication distributes over addition. That means a into b plus c, like this. Okay, a into b plus c. So when you multiply this, a into b, like this, and plus a into c, this is. So there will be 3 numbers, and in this way it is written. So this is called what? This property is called distributive property of multiplication over addition. So it is multiplication over addition, because addition is there. So a is multiplied with the addition. So that's why it is called distributive property of multiplication over addition. Now if it is subtraction, then how it looks like? So a into b minus c. So a into b and minus sign a into c. Okay, so this property is called distributive property of multiplication over subtraction, because here minus sign is there, subtraction is there. Only difference is here addition, here subtraction. Understanding or not? So this is the way of writing the distributive property of multiplication over addition and distributive property of multiplication over subtraction. Understood? So students, this topic is complete now. So in the next video we'll start the exercise of this chapter. Okay, so it is given in the next page. So exercise 4.1 will start in the next video. So till then, study all the properties, okay, very nicely, then only you can solve the questions. Okay, thank you.